Welcome to the Daily Quiz Podcast. Today's category is art and literature. Let's get to it. Question 1. Whose Nude Olympia in 1863 outraged the Paris Salon? The answer is Edouard Manet.
Edouard Manet's painting Olympia was considered scandalous when it was first exhibited at the Paris Salon in 1865. The painting depicts a nude woman, Olympia, who stares directly at the viewer with a confrontational gaze. The subject matter and style of the painting were seen as vulgar and unrefined by critics and audiences alike, but it also marked a turning point in art history as it challenged traditional notions of beauty and representation.
Question 2. Who penned the novel The Pelican Brief that was made into a film starring Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington? The answer is John Grisham.
John Grisham, the author of The Pelican Brief, is known for his legal thrillers and has sold over 300 million copies of his books worldwide. Interestingly, before becoming a full-time writer, Grisham was a lawyer and politician in Mississippi. He even served in the Mississippi House of Representatives from 1984 to 1990.
Question 3. In the book The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, what was the name of Adrian's girlfriend? The answer is Pandora.
In the book The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, Adrian's girlfriend's name is Pandora. Interestingly, the name Pandora comes from Greek mythology and means all gifted. In the myth, Pandora was given a box that contained all of the world's evils, but also hope. Similarly, Adrian's relationship with Pandora brings both joy and challenges to his life.
Question 4. Who wrote the Canterbury Tales? The answer is Geoffrey Chaucer.
Geoffrey Chaucer, the author of the Canterbury Tales, was not only a writer but also a diplomat and civil servant. He was known for his wit and humor, which is evident in his famous work. Interestingly, Chaucer's burial in Westminster Abbey is believed to have inspired the tradition of poets being buried in Poets' Corner at the Abbey.
Question 5. Which author penned the novel titled Brave New World? The answer is Aldous Huxley.
Aldous Huxley, the author of Brave New World, was known for experimenting with psychedelic drugs such as mescaline and LSD. In fact, he wrote a book called The Doors of Perception about his experiences with mescaline and its effects on his perception of reality. This book later inspired the name of the famous rock band The Doors.
Question 6. A group of English painters formed in 1848. These artists attempted to recapture the style of painting preceding Raphael. They rejected industrialized England and focused on painting from nature, producing detailed, colorful works. The answer is Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood.
The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood was not just a group of painters, but also poets and critics who shared a disdain for the art establishment of their time. They believed that art should be sincere and truthful and sought inspiration from medieval art and literature. Their works often featured intricate details, vivid colors, and symbolic imagery that reflected their rejection of modern industrial society.
Question 7. Who wrote The Murder of Roger Ackroyd? The answer is Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie's novel The Murder of Roger Ackroyd was so controversial upon its release in 1926 that it caused a public outcry and even led to the creation of a literary society called the Detection Club. The club was formed by Christie and other mystery writers to establish rules for fair play in detective fiction, ensuring that readers had all the necessary clues to solve the mystery themselves.
Question 8. In which city is the Encyclopedia Britannica published? The answer is Chicago.
The Encyclopedia Britannica has been published in Chicago since 1932, but did you know that the first edition was actually printed in Edinburgh, Scotland in 1768? The company moved its headquarters to Chicago due to its central location and access to transportation. Today, the Encyclopedia Britannica is available online and continues to be a trusted source of information for people around the world.
Question 9. Who killed Macbeth? The answer is Macduff.
Macduff, the Thane of Fife, is the one who ultimately kills Macbeth in Shakespeare's play. However, it's worth noting that Macbeth was actually killed off stage and his death is only reported by Macduff. Additionally, in real life, Macbeth was killed in battle by Malcolm III of Scotland.
Question 10. A figurative movement that emerged in the United States and Britain in the late 1960s and 1970s. The subject matter, usually everyday scenes, is portrayed in an extremely detailed, exacting style. It is also called superrealism, especially when referring to sculpture. The answer is photorealism.
Did you know that photorealism artists often use photographs as a reference for their paintings? In fact, some artists even project the photograph onto the canvas and trace it to achieve an incredibly detailed and realistic image. This movement emerged in response to abstract expressionism, which was popular at the time.
Question 11. Who wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? The answer is Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams, the author of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, was known for his quirky sense of humor and love of technology. He once famously quipped that he loved deadlines because he loved the sound they made as they whooshed by. Adams also wrote for Doctor Who and was a passionate environmentalist, co-founding the organization Save the Rhino International.
Question 12. What type of transport was featured in Sarah Ferguson's children's book? The answer is a helicopter.
Did you know that Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, was actually a helicopter pilot before she became a children's book author? It's no wonder that her book Budgie Goes to Sea features a helicopter as the main mode of transportation. The story follows Budgie the little helicopter as he embarks on an adventure across the sea. Who knew that Fergie had such diverse talents?
Question 13. Which playwright is credited with writing the play titled Hay Fever? The answer is Noel Coward.
Noel Coward, the writer of Hay Fever, was not only a playwright but also an actor, composer, and director. He was known for his wit and sophistication in his works and was considered one of the most influential figures in British theatre during the 20th century. Interestingly, Coward wrote Hay Fever in just 3 days while recovering from influenza.
Thanks for joining us on this literary journey. We hope you painted a masterpiece of knowledge and didn't just brush off these questions. Until next time, keep turning those pages. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Until we meet again tomorrow, have a great rest of your day or night. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for sources and credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.